Hello students and Namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and I welcome you all to the online session of Vidyadish Vidya Sankul School. Students, in our today's lecture, we are going to discuss your standard 10th supplementary reader chapter number 3, that is The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Okay, so basically in this chapter, the three main characters about whom the story is Ausable, who is a secret agent. Then there is another secret agent whose name is Max, and there is a writer, okay, a young writer whose name is Fowler. Okay, so I'll describe you or I'll explain you the story in brief. Okay, I'll give the summary of this chapter first and then we'll go to the textual part. Okay, so as you can see here, Ausable, who is a secret agent, is expecting to get a very important report. Okay, so those are the reports which can change the future of the country. Okay, so it is very important and secret report. Another secret agent, Max, okay, threatens him with a pistol, okay, demanding the report. So another secret agent is trying to grab away or take away the report from Ausable. Okay, so does Ausable outwit him? Outwit means to defeat or trick someone, okay, by being more intelligent or clever. Okay, so this is a big question mark. So let me tell you the story, okay, so that you can understand what happens. Okay, so the chapter begins with the Ausable, okay, who is a secret agent or a spy, and a young writer whose name is Fowler. Okay, so Ausable spends one evening with him, and Fowler, who was a young writer, wanted to write something adventurous, okay, and exciting about a secret agent. So students, first of all, let me tell you that when you talk about a secret agent, we get a kind of a picture. I'll give you one example, 007. Yes, you are absolutely right. Right, so this is James Bond. Okay, so James Bond, usually in the movies, okay, he plays the role of a secret agent or a spy. Okay, and you might have seen the personality of James Bond. Okay, how dashing personality is having, how fit he is, how he wears the black dress, then black color coat, okay, and how he goes to the club, okay, where the waitresses they come to her, okay, come to him, give secret message, okay, use of the guns and everything. So when we think about all these things, it is very exciting, right, very adventurous. In the same way, Fowler, who is a very young writer, okay, he might have imagined that that all things about Ausable, but when he meets Ausable, none of these qualities or none of these things fit him. Okay, Ausable was a very fit man. Okay, he did not have any such kind of personality. So Fowler, he gets disappointed. Okay, he is getting disappointed, and he actually wanted some kind of thrill, excitement. Okay, but what happens when he meets Ausable? He is getting disappointed and bored. Okay, so later on, what happens? Ausable takes Fowler with him in his hotel room. Okay, and when they both reach Ausable's room in the hotel, okay, and when they are just opening the door inside the hotel room, there is one man standing with a gun or a pistol towards them, and he was none other than Max, who was another secret agent who wanted to take away the report which Ausable was going to get. Okay, and those reports were very secret, okay, and very important. Fine. So this is how the story proceeds further. Okay, Max is pointing the gun at Ausable and is informing Ausable that I have come over here to take away the report which you are going to get after 30 minutes, right? And therefore he tells Ausable to wait or sit at the place and rest for a while. Okay, he is pointing the gun towards him for that whole time, Fine. Then as Ausable was very clever, very witty, okay, he makes a story in his own mind, okay, and he tells Max, okay, that I have called or I have taken extra security, and it might be possible that within few minutes the police might be outside, okay, because the documents are very important and secret, so therefore I needed extra protection, therefore the police might be there outside. And just after a few minutes of time, what is happening, that is the door gets knocked, okay, so yes, so what is happening, when the door is being knocked, okay, at that same point of time Max is getting too much nervous, okay, and what he is doing, he is informing Ausable to open the door, okay, and to make the police go away, okay. So what Ausable is doing, he is just sitting ideally, okay, totally in a relaxed way, okay, as if he is not worried at all, okay. And then what is happening, as the doorknob is about to open, when it is getting, okay, when it gets twisted, so at that time what is happening, Max, who is standing at the window sill, okay, the frame of the window, is standing over there, one leg outside and one leg inside, so he jumps out of the window thinking that there is a balcony over there, okay, because Ausable had made a story according to which there was a balcony attached to his hotel room, but when Max jumps outside the window, there was no such balcony over there, okay, and there is a loud shrill or a voice coming out. Fine. Then what happens, when the window or when the door opens, there was a waiter who had come with a drink and a glass, okay, so he places all the things over there and he goes away. After that, Fowler was very nervous still. He asks about that where is the police. So Ausable says that there is no such police going to come. It was the waiter who was standing outside. Then he is asking again a curious question as to where is the man who was holding the gun or pistol standing, or he is outside the window, okay, in the balcony. So what should we do about him? At that time Ausable says that now he won't come back, okay, and he gives the reason that there is as such no balcony over there, and that fellow who had jumped out of the window out of nervousness might have fallen down from the hotel building and he might have died. And this is how Ausable outwits Max. That means this is how he tricks Max and keeps the report safe with him, okay. So this is the whole story, okay, about the midnight visitor, okay. Now what we'll do is we'll switch over to the chapter and understand it line by line, okay. Ausable did not fit any description of a secret agent. So there is what I explained to you in the introduction, that Fowler, who was a very young writer, okay, he was expecting something, and usually we all also expect, when we think about a secret agent or a spy, we get a kind of a picture in our mind, but Ausable did not fit any of those, okay. Fowler had ever read, okay, so Ausable did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read, okay. Following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Ausable had a room, Fowler felt let down, okay. So as I told you that Fowler and Ausable are spending the evening together because Fowler wanted to write something about the secret agent. He wanted to get the kind of adventures what the secret agents have, and therefore he was spending time with Ausable, okay. And they are moving towards the hotel room, which was musty, okay, whose corridor was musty. Musty means stinky, okay, having a bad smell. Fine. Gloomy means dark, so the hotel corridor was totally stinking, that means bad smell was coming and it was totally dark. Okay. Fowler felt let down, that means what he was expecting from Ausable, he did not get any such kind of thing, therefore he was disappointed. So to feel let down means to make someone disappointed by not doing something that they are expecting you to do. Okay. So they are moving in the hotel room of Ausable in a French hotel, okay, where Fowler was disappointed with Ausable. Moving forward, it was a small room on the 6th and the top floor and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. Okay. Scarcely means certainly not. That means it was such a kind of room, okay, where the adventure, what the writer might have thought, was not going to be possible. It was a very small room and nothing as such interesting was there in the room. Okay. Ausable was, for one thing, fat. Okay. As I told you, when we talk about the secret agents, they are usually very fit and fine, okay, like the studs. But Ausable was a fat fellow, very fat, and there was his accent. Now, what is the meaning of accent? Accent is the way of speaking. Usually you might have heard the foreigners, they speak like this. Okay, yeah, I want to go outside. So this is the kind of accent, the way the people speak or pronounce the words. Okay. Though he spoke French and German passably means good enough or very good enough. Okay. He had never altogether lost the American accent he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. Okay. That means when he had shifted from Boston, okay, to France in Paris, he had never forgot the American accent. Okay. You are disappointed, Ausable said visibly over his shoulder. Okay. So you are disappointed. So these are the words actually spoken by Ausable. Okay. Visibly means a clever idea or a joke. That means he is trying to speak these words in the ears of the writer, that is Fowler. Why? Because Ausable was very clever and he realized that this fellow writer is getting bored, is disappointed by looking at Ausable. Okay. But he actually knew that how clever and witty he was. Okay. So what he is saying, you were told that I was a secret agent, a spy, dealing in espionage and danger. Okay. So espionage means spying. Okay, the work of spying. You wish to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. Okay. You envisioned mysterious figures in the night, the crack of pistols, drugs in the wine. So you envision means imagine. So what Ausable is saying, that you might have imagined all these things about me, that I might be having pistol, I might be having a great personality, right? Mysterious figures, that means in the night, that means some unknown people or mysterious people might be coming to visit me or meet me. Okay. Drugs and wines and all these things, right? But what further is saying, instead you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man. Okay. Sloppy means untidy, who is not tidy, who is not wearing proper clothes and everything. Instead of having message slipped into his hand by a dark-eyed beauties, gets only a prosaic telephone call making an appointment in his room. So prosaic means ordinary. Okay. So what he is saying, that you might have expected that in the bar, okay, or in a hotel, there might be a spy sitting and many ladies or the waitresses, they might be going and talking in his ears and passing on a secret message, but nothing as such happened. And I just got a phone call, which was a very ordinary phone call, in which I was informed to meet in a room. Okay. Fine. Making an appointment in his room, you have been bored. So this is what all Ausable is saying to Fowler. Okay. The fat man chuckled to himself. So chuckled means to laugh in a quiet way, like this. Okay, so that is chuckling, okay, to laugh in a quiet way. So the fat man chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room and stood aside to let his frustrated guest enter. So usually like this, he is opening the door and is looking outside and waiting for his guest to come in. Okay, fine. You are disillusioned. Disillusioned means disappointed or dissatisfied. So that means when they are entering the room, this is the picture of it. Okay, this fellow is Ausable, who is a very fat fellow. This is the young writer whose name is Fowler, and he is Max. Okay, so what is written? Ausable told him, but take cheer, that means relax, my young friend. Presently you will see a paper, a quite important paper, for which several men and women have risked their lives. Okay, so it is such an important paper that many people, they are risking their life. They have risked their life to save that paper from getting into the wrong hands. Okay, come to me. Someday soon that paper may well affect the course of history. That means he is trying to say that those papers are so important that they are going to change the history of the country. Okay, in that thought is drama, is there not? That means now he is trying to say that those are such important papers. So do you feel a kind of nervousness or excitement now? Okay. As he spoke, Ausable closed the door behind him. Then he switched on the light, and as the light came on, Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. That means now the thrill began, right? What he had expected, something like that happened. What happened? Let us see. For halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand, stood a man, right? Just as they closed the door, and when they lit the light on, they saw a man standing like this in front of them. Okay, Ausable blinked a few times like this. He blinked his eyes. Why? Because he was surprised to find a person in his room. Okay, Max, he whisked. Whisked means to breathe loudly and with difficulty, like this. Max, okay, you gave me quite a start. You gave me quite a start. That means you surprised me. I am in a shock. Okay, I thought you were in Berlin. Okay, that is Germany. What are you doing here in my room? Max was a slender means a very thin fellow. Okay, Max was slender, a little less than tall. That means not too tall also, less than that. Okay, with features that suggested slightly the crafty. Crafty means clever in unusually a deceptive or honest way. That means many people, when we look at them, they look very clever, but that cleverness is always used for dishonest way. So he looked like that. Okay, like this. Yeah, such kind of expression. Pointed countenance of a fox. Pointed countenance of a fox. So countenance means a person's face or your facial expression. So Max had such a kind of facial expression which looked like the fox. Okay, and we know that fox are very cunning. Okay, there was about him, aside from the gun, nothing especially menacing. Menacing means threatening. That means he was a thin fellow, not too tall. Okay, and he had a gun, and that gun was the only thing which was threatening, except that as such there was nothing about Max which could threaten or make the opposite person frightened. Okay, the report, he murmured, the report that is being brought to you tonight concerning something new, missiles, right? So the report was about missiles, and we know that the missiles and the army and their tasks are so secret and important for a nation. I thought I would take it from you. So these are the wordings of Max. He is saying all these things to Ausable, who was going to get the report. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. So what is Max saying? That those reports are safe in my hands than in yours. Okay. Ausable moved to an armchair. So you can just imagine that how cool and calm he was and how relaxed he was, even though when Max was standing in front of him, holding the guns in his hand, okay, and sat down heavily. I am going to raise the devil. Now this is where he starts plotting and planning. He is trying to trick Max, okay. What he is doing, he is making a story. So just be careful, right? What story is making? I am going to raise the devil. Devil means evil spirit or complaint, okay, with the management this time. That means he is trying to say that this time I am going to fight with the management. For what he is going to fight? And you can bet on it. That means I am very sure that I am going to fight with the management. For what purpose? Let us see. He said grimly. Grimly means causing feeling of sadness or worry. This is the second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. That means he is trying to say that in Ausable's bedroom, that was in the hotel room, there was only one window and one door, okay. So what he is saying, that this is for the second time in a month that someone has entered through that nuisance window, okay, through the balcony, okay. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room. As I said, there was only a single window. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing blackly. That means it was the night time, and when looked out of the window, it was totally black, totally darkness. Nothing could be seen outside, okay. So this is all. Moving to the next slide. Balcony, Max said, with a raising or with a rising inflection. Inflection means a rise or fall in the sound of a person's voice. So what is saying? Balcony, okay. No, a pass key. That means Max is trying to say that you are saying that I have come from the balcony. No, I have not come from the balcony. I have come here in this room with the help of a pass key. Pass key means a master key, okay. Pass key means a master key, and master key is such a kind of key which can open all the locks, okay. So I don't know, I did not know about the balcony. What Max is saying, that I did not know about the balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. That means he is trying to say that I have come from the door, and it is very risky to come from the front side from the door, right. Had he known about the balcony and the window, then it might be more easy, or it might have been more easy for him to enter the room, okay. It is not my balcony, Ausable said with extreme irritation. What is saying? It is not my balcony, okay. It belongs to the next apartment. So what he is trying to say, that this balcony doesn't belong to my room, it belongs to the next apartment. He glanced. That means he is looking at the window explanatorily, okay. Explanatorily means made or included in order to explain something. That means he is looking at the window and trying to explain something, okay. At Fowler, right. That means Ausable is looking at the Fowler, and what he is saying, you see, he said, this room used to be part of a larger unit at the next room, okay. That means he is trying to say that there was a big room in the beginning, okay, and then it was later made into parts, okay. So parts were made of the room, and the balcony belonged to that larger unit, but later on there was a partition made in the room, okay, but still the balcony existed over there, okay. It continued to be the part of the room, okay. Through that door there used to be the living room. It had the balcony which extends under my window now. So that is what I explained, okay. You can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down. 2 doors down. That means from downside anyone can enter my room from that balcony, okay. And somebody did last month. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. That means he is trying to say that the management had promised me that they will block the balcony so that no one can come from there, but they haven't done yet, okay. Max glanced at Fowler. That means even now Max is looking, take a brief or a hurried look, right. So that means even he is also looking at the Fowler, who was standing stiffly. Stiffly means without any kind of movement, okay. So stiffly means firm or lacking flexibility, that is without any movement. Not far from Ausable, and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Okay, please sit down, he said. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. So this is what Max is saying. What Max is saying, that please sit down, still we have half an hour, that is 30 minutes to get the report. Okay, 31 minutes. So what Ausable is saying, 31 minutes, moodily. That means he's trying to make fun of Max. Okay, the appointment was for 12:30. I wish I knew how you learned about the report, Max. That means Ausable is trying to say that I don't know how you came to know about the report. Okay, I'm very much interested in knowing that from where you came to know that I am going to get the reports. Okay, the little spy smiled evilly like this. Yes, that means he wanted to keep that thing secret, that from where he got the information. Okay, and we wish we knew how your people got the report. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. What is that? Who is at the door? That means just there is a conversation going on, and at that same time there is a knocking going on at the door. Okay, Fowler jumped at the sudden knocking of the door. So just the knocking began and Fowler jumped. Okay, Ausable just smiled. So that means he was just relaxed, because he was very well knowing who was outside, right? But he is actually trying to trick Max. Okay, so what he is saying, that will be the police. He said, I thought that such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection. So this is how he is making the story. First he made the story about the balcony, and then now he is making the story about the police. Okay, I told them to check on me to make sure everything was all right. So what Ausable is saying, that I have informed the police, right, that they need to continuously keep on checking me. Okay, so that nothing goes wrong. Okay, Max bit his lip nervously. That means he is now very nervous, right? The knocking was repeated. That means tuck, 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 tuck. The knocking kept on going on. That made Max even more nervous. Okay, what will you do now, Max? Ausable asked. If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway. That means Ausable is saying that if I will not open the door right now, they will break the door or they will come or enter the room anyway. Okay, the door is unlocked and they will not hesitate to shoot. So that means he is trying to say that the police will enter anyhow and will shoot you. Okay, Max's face was black with anger. That means he got very much angry as he backed swiftly towards the window. That means he is moving swiftly, okay, towards the window, which was the only option to get out of the room. Okay, he swung a leg over the sill. Sill means the frame of the window. So he is putting one leg outside the window and one leg is inside the room. Send them away, he warned. I will wait on the balcony. So that means he is trying to point out the gun at Ausable and is trying to warn him that remove them out of the room, or tell them to stay out of the room only, or else I will shoot you. Okay, send them away or I will shoot and take my chances. Take my chances that I am not afraid of getting, okay, caught by the police. So what he is saying, that I will shoot you, and even though the police will come inside and catch hold of me, I am not afraid of that. The knocking at the door became louder and the voice was raised. Mr. Ausable, Mr. Ausable. Right, so such a kind of voice was raised, and now the Max is getting even more frightened and nervous. Okay, you can see the picture over here. This is the window sill. Okay, this is Max who is putting one leg outside the balcony and the other one is placed in the room. Ausable is just in a relaxed way sitting on the chair, okay, and Fowler is just stiffly standing, okay, keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man. Twisted means like this, okay, one hand towards the Ausable and the other towards the window, okay, and his guest, the man at the window, grasped the frame. Grasp means to take and hold something with fingers, okay, with his free hands to support himself. That means on one hand he was having the gun and with the other hand he was holding the frame like this, okay. Then he swung his other leg up and over the window sill. That means now he was about to jump outside the window, okay. The doorknob turned. That means as the doorknob turned like this, he was so afraid and nervous, okay, that Max swiftly pushed with his left hand to free himself from the sill and dropped to the balcony. That means he went outside the window, and then as he dropped, he screamed once shrilly. That means a loud voice came, ah, like this, okay. The door opened and a waiter stood there with a tray, a bottle and 2 glasses. Now you can just imagine, right, how witty Ausable was. He told that there was police outside, but actually he knew that there was a waiter standing outside with the drinks and glasses and everything, right. Here is the drink for you. Here is the drink you offered or ordered for when you returned, okay. He said and set the tray on the table, deftly uncorked the bottle and left the room. Deftly means cleverly, uncorked means pull the cork out of the bottle. So there is a instrument which is used for removing the cork, okay. Cork means in Gujarati we say booch, okay, usually which is taken out from the bottle before drinking, okay. White faced, that means Fowler was still nervous and afraid, totally afraid. So white faced Fowler stared after him, okay. That means he was looking at Ausable, but he stammered. Stammered means to speak with many pauses and repetitions because you have a speech problem or because you are very nervous or frightened. That means a kind of stammering, okay. But what? So such is stammering. So what is saying? The police, that means he is trying to say that you told Max that there was a police outside. So where is the police, right? He is trying to ask like that. There were no police. Ausable sighed like this. Okay, so that is sigh. Only Henry, whom I was expecting. Henry is the name of the waiter. But won't that man out on the balcony? Fowler began. That means he is trying to say that the person who is standing outside, okay, in the balcony, what he will do? Now he will again come back and try to shoot us, okay. No, said Ausable, he won't return. You see, my young friend, there is no balcony. That means when Max tried to jump out, he actually had fallen down from the 6th floor of the hotel and he might have died on the spot because there was as such no balcony over there, right. What Max had, what Ausable had mentioned about balcony was just a kind of trick, okay. He wanted to trick Max and therefore he had made the story about the balcony. So that's it, okay. Here the chapter gets over, and what we can learn from this story is that even during the time of problems, difficulties or chaos, we should always keep our mind calm, okay. And if we remain cool and calm and if we think properly and act accordingly, then we can come out of even the worst situation. So that's it about the chapter, okay. And that was how Ausable outwitted Max, okay, and he was able to trick Max and save the report which he was going to get for his nation. So that's it for today. I thank you everyone for listening to me. Stay healthy and stay safe.